Well, some researchers are calling it a silent epidemic, nursing home residents who have passed away as a result of dehydration and malnutrition. It's hard to imagine, but some studies suggest that up to 30% of approximately 2 million nursing home residents in the U.S. suffer from these types of problems. The folks at the Higgins Firm have resolved several of these types of nursing home abuse cases, and Attorney Jim Higgins recently stopped by to talk more about it. We've got Jim back with us today. Jim, great to see you.
Thank you.
All right, we all want to think that our loved ones are safe and happy in nursing homes, but nursing home abuse is actually quite common, and believe it or not, a lot of them are malnourished or dehydrated. So how common is this? Do you see this a lot?
Well, you know, unfortunately we do. We handle a lot of these cases a year, and to me there's some of the most unsettling one because they're the easiest ones to avoid in a lot of ways. I think statistically, the government did a study one time, and they said maybe up to 30% of residents in nursing homes may be malnourished, not getting enough fluid, and you know that's a staggering number when you think of all the elderly residents that we have in these homes. So yeah, we see them a good bit. You know, we are recently resolved one, in fact, where a person went into a nursing home. They had dementia, so they couldn't say I'm thirsty or you know I need something. They couldn't voice those things, so they were dependent on the home, and they just weren't getting enough liquid. They weren't getting enough food, and they lost 30 pounds in like about a 1 month period, which is just drastic. And it was something they couldn't come back from. They got so malnourished. So, and unfortunately, we see that fairly regularly, not always. You know, there's some great homes out there, but we see them.
It's disturbing. Why do you think it is so common? What do you think is happening?
What I think it is the homes that we don't have problems with this, I think they have good workers and plenty of staff. The homes that we repeatedly see where we have people that bring us their cases because their loved one had passed because they just weren't getting enough water, we always find that home usually just didn't have enough people. They don't have enough staff to simply walk around and make sure people are eating what was on their plate, that they're getting the liquids, that a pitcher of water is close enough to them that they can get to, that the water's being drank, things like that. So it's really, and those people, because there's not enough staff, they're running around and just can't do those simple things. So it almost always comes down to the cases we handle that it was a nursing home that was trying to increase their profits and by cutting their staff, and there just weren't enough people to help. That is so crucial. It
wasn't intentional, just understaffed. So what do you think the solution is to the problem? Just hiring more people?
I think so. I mean, I think it's, you know, we all know places of any kind of business you go into that the better employees they have, the more helpful they have, the more folks that are there to make sure things run correctly, it's going to be smoother. You know, there are other things that need to happen, and not every injury is avoidable in a nursing home, but if you have a good staff there and they do their job, then horrible things like that, dehydration or malnutrition, should not happen.
Right. And quickly before we go, if somebody suspects abuse in their loved one in a nursing home, when should they contact your office?
They're welcome to call us immediately, and we could direct, even if they don't need us, we can usually send them the right direction.
All right, Jim, thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
The Higgins Firm is serving Tennessee. Give them a call at 615-924-8500 or go to higginsfirm.com.